My name is Maria Borисova. Now I work at the Institute of Basic Biological Problems of Russian Academy of Science in Pushchino. Originally, I'm from city. It's the capital of Mariel Republic. So I graduated university at Mariel Republic, and then I went to Pushchino and I became a PhD student there. And now I'm working at the same laboratory where I started to do my PhD. And we are working and studying the mechanism of reactive oxygen species production and the function of reactive oxygen species in plants. We have several groups in my laboratory with different directions of research, and our boss, his professor, Boris Nikolaevich Ivanov, he is the head of the lab. Laboratory called the Laboratory of Photosynthetic Electron Transport. Originally, our institute is based on photosynthesis research. And of course now we try not only to make such kind of fundamental study, we also try to find some applications to practice. And for example, I was working on investigation how some different antioxidants works in plants. And what we found that there is plastoquinone. It's a very good antioxidants, and I think we can isolate it from plants and we can use it in future. Maybe it will be in pharmacology. It is a very interesting story. Yes, I have some relatives that are working in science, but I never wanted to be a scientist.
Yeah.
Actually, from my school years, I wanted to be a doctor. But so it I even changed twice school, especially because firstly I went to medical class, but then this medical class was reformed into biochemical class. Then I went to another school to be a doctor, but finally, so yes, I've got some kind of diploma that I am a young doctor, but then I started to graduate at the biochemistry faculty, Mali State University. After getting a PhD title, I went to France and I had my postdoc position there for 2 years.
And in which institute was that?
It was the COA, Center Atomic Energy, in Saclay. The scientific center where I worked is great. And they have this very high scientific level. And then my group leader, Anya Krieger, she was working at this institute, and we had some kind of common research, and we wanted to work together, and I applied specially to work with her at this institute. No, I didn't have a grant from Russian Federation. I applied, I think it was around 3 different grants that I applied, but all from them I got the best one actually. It was the Marie Curie International Fellowship.
So the
European one. So it was very good fellowship. I think in general it is not different.
Yeah.
All scientists, they work similar. If they have something to study, if they are interested, they just do everything to find out the answer for the questions that they are interested in. But the interesting also thing that I was working in the international team. It was not a French team. So our head of the lab, he was British. He is British. My group leader, she is German. Then another PhD student, she is Finnish. So we had a very international team, and it was very interesting to work together. We had a colleague from USA, and of course we had colleagues from France. Yes, I do work with international scientists. I still have contact with my Italian colleagues, also with French colleagues. But now, so I just finished one project with Italian university, and for now I am working just with Russian groups, several Russian groups. I don't know how it is. Probably yes, women, they have a lot of stuff to do, and maybe girls from their kids, they're thinking about their family, future family, and all this stuff. But for now, I think that the situation is changing because in biology we have a lot of women now.
Yeah.
And if you look also at the biochemistry faculty, it's also girls, mostly it's girls, women, yes. But yes, the physics faculty, then of course it's men. I think it should be from school.
Yeah.
Because if you have a good teacher, then you can make such a very nice teaching, and you may attract kids when still they're quite small, young, or whatever. And then of course they need to have some practice. Some practice, for example, when they're in school, they need to go to some kind of institute to get to see how people work, what scientists do. Then this maybe will help somehow. With L'Oréal UNESCO, of course, it also encourages women to go to science. In Russia, it's only 9 years. We have this prize, and it is not so known. I would say maybe in Moscow or some kind, or maybe cities like Novosibirsk, they know about this prize, and women in science try to get this kind of stipendium, fellowship. Yes, and I think it's great. Yes, I heard it from my colleagues, and I actually was not sure that I even should apply because I was thinking that it would be very difficult to get it. But then my PhD student, she told me, Maria, it is specially for you, I'm sure. And maybe she, I don't know, encourages me somehow to apply. And yes, I applied. It was the first year, the first time when I applied, and I got it. Yes, we sent an application, and then it was around 350 applications, and we had a special jury. Firstly, they've chosen 30 30 by such criteria as scientific articles, citation index, and how many grants we had, how many collaborations we had. And then from this 30, they had such kind of a hot debate to choose 10. Of course, it will help in future to maybe to apply to get some grants, because it's when you apply for a grant, you have a special thing that's called achievements, and of course it's a big achievement. And but now what changed? I would say that I started to give an interview quite often. This is true.